The world watched in horror as Hamas attacked Israel on October 7, 2023. This act of terrorism sparked a war that had far-reaching consequences, including a disturbing surge in anti-Semitism. In the United States, the Anti-Defamation League documented a shocking increase in anti-Semitic incidents following the attack. The ADL has been tracking these incidents since 1979. The period following the Hamas attack saw the highest number of incidents ever recorded. This surge in hate manifested in various forms. The ADL reported a staggering number of incidents. These included harassment, vandalism, and assault. Harassment, which includes verbal and written attacks, was the most common type of incident. Vandalism targeting Jewish property was also prevalent. Physical assaults, though less frequent, instilled fear and highlighted the potential for violence. The geographic distribution of these incidents revealed a troubling trend. Certain states emerged as hotspots for anti-Semitic activity. California and New York, states with large Jewish populations, reported the highest number of incidents. New Jersey and Florida also experienced a significant increase in anti-Semitic acts. This surge in hate was not confined to specific regions, but permeated various parts of the country. One of the most alarming aspects of this surge was its impact on college campuses. Campuses, typically considered spaces for open dialogue and intellectual exchange, became breeding grounds for anti-Semitism. The ADL documented a staggering increase in anti-Semitic incidents on campuses across the country. This surge in hate on campuses was particularly concerning. It targeted a vulnerable population and threatened the very principles of academic freedom and inclusivity. The link between the Israel-Gaza conflict and the rise in anti-Semitism was undeniable. The conflict ignited existing tensions and provided a platform for anti-Semitic sentiments to flourish. Anti-Israel rallies, often organized in response to the conflict, became breeding grounds for anti-Semitic rhetoric. These rallies frequently featured displays of hate speech, with participants chanting slogans that demonized Jews and called for violence. The line between legitimate criticism of Israel and anti-Semitism became blurred. The surge in anti-Semitism was not limited to physical attacks and verbal harassment. It also manifested in more subtle and insidious ways. There was a disturbing trend of increasing social acceptance of anti-Semitic expressions. Questioning Israel's right to exist, downplaying the Holocaust, and using anti-Semitic insults became increasingly commonplace. This normalization of anti-Semitism was perhaps the most dangerous trend of all, as it threatened to erode the social fabric and create an environment where hate could flourish unchecked. The surge in anti-Semitism was not just an American phenomenon, it was a global crisis, with Europe witnessing a disturbing increase in anti-Semitic incidents. Berlin, a city with a long and complex history with anti-Semitism, experienced a sharp rise in hate crimes targeting Jews. The city recorded the highest number of anti-Semitic incidents in recent years. This spike in hate crimes was a stark reminder that anti-Semitism remained a persistent threat, even in countries that had reckoned with their past. The types of anti-Semitic incidents in Berlin mirrored those in the United States. Harassment, vandalism, and assault were all too common. Jewish cemeteries were desecrated, synagogues were vandalized. Individuals were subjected to verbal abuse and physical attacks. The perpetrators of these crimes came from various backgrounds, highlighting the pervasive nature of anti-Semitism. One particularly disturbing trend was the increase in anti-Semitic incidents in educational institutions. Schools, which should be safe spaces for learning and tolerance, became sites of hate. Students reported being bullied, harassed, and threatened because of their Jewish identity. This rise in anti-Semitism in schools was a cause for grave concern. It suggested that anti-Semitic attitudes were being transmitted to a new generation. Addressing this trend required a multifaceted approach, including education, awareness campaigns, and stricter enforcement of anti-discrimination laws. The recent surge in anti-Semitism is a stark reminder that the fight against hate is far from over. The global Jewish community is facing a resurgence of an ancient hatred fueled by a complex web of factors, including political tensions, social media, and historical prejudices. This surge in anti-Semitism demands a united and unwavering response. Silence is not an option. We must all raise our voices against hate and work together to create a world where everyone feels safe and respected, regardless of their religion or ethnicity. Governments, law enforcement agencies, and civil society organizations all have a role to play in combating anti-Semitism. Law enforcement agencies must take all reports of anti-Semitic incidents seriously and prosecute perpetrators to the fullest extent of the law. Schools and universities must create inclusive environments where Jewish students feel safe and supported. Social media companies must take responsibility for the spread of hate speech on their platforms, and each of us must challenge anti-Semitism whenever and wherever we encounter it.